Offtap Brewing. Happy Beer Fun Friday. Today's Beer Fun Friday, we'll be brewing again. I'm on to this Brew Fridays thing. Sorry about the light. One of this Brew Fridays things which frees up a few days over the weekend. So I've just got home from work and I'm going with the recirculating system again today with the Techni-Ice mash tun, mainly because it's new and it hasn't lost its novelty yet, and I want to gauge one of my gas bottles to see how many burns I get out of it. So at the moment, what I've done, which I haven't done for a while on my urn because I've only been using it to heat water up. I've been measuring in other pots, but all my other increments from before where I first measured out, I'm going a long way with this sentence, before when I measured all the 5 litre marks out on my urn, they've all come off. So what I did today was I measured out how much 5 litres was, replicated that 3 times, and worked out that 5 litres in my urn is 56 centimetres or 560 mil. So I've just written that there clearly for myself. So I know, I know that if I want 30 litres, then I just do 330 mil. 330 millimeters. But yeah, we're all right to go with that. The water's heating up. I've got the probe in there, in the water. Just turned the urn on. Hooked all the electrics up, running the remote control pumps again. And I'll just go and get me gas burner and make sure that's happening. That doesn't look like it's on. Let's check that. Yeah, it's getting there. I only just turned that urn on, so that's cool. Alright, well, the next step is the mash, I suppose. What grist are we going to use? Grist, chosen. I'm going with 900 grams of Crystal 60 because that's what fitted in the pot, and 6.5 kilos of Maris Otter. Now, despite a small setback with my urn, one of the wires that I dodged up myself came loose, so I merely just put a proper connector in there, and we're firing away. We're up to 37.9 degrees. I'm going to mash in the same as I do with my Braumeister. I mash in at 45 degrees. So I'm going to start recirculating at about 45 degrees and then let the whole thing heat up. I'm going to do a protein rest, same as I do with the Braumeister. I'm going to do everything, just got to do it manually. Okay, this is the mash in. It's already creeping up. We're at 47.4, which is represented on there also. I will be removing that thermometer probe. I've got a thermo oil coming, so that's what I'll be putting in there, and that temperature probe will be going in that kegel, so I know what temperatures the kegel's at. But this is what this looks like. That was all milky, that was all like real milky and stuff, and it is still real milky, but we're at 47 degrees, so and this is what that looks like. Going well. That'll clear up nicely. Like the last 2 times I've done this, it just clears up. Boom. As soon as it hits a certain temperature, the grain bed's just filtering itself. Awesome. So that was like milk when it was coming out before. It's starting to filter itself now. I will get in and I will move this around like this to sort of agitate some more grains on different sides and that during the mash. But the trick is just keeping the levels right, and that's not real hard. I'm going to sit here and watch it anyhow. I like the brew and brew. I like to keep it around that. I obviously need a new tube. It's getting a bit hard to read. When there's word in there, it's pretty easy. So I like to keep it around this sort of mark here. And then yeah, so I'm going to go Ella again because I did do a batch with Ella in it the Friday the 13th brew, and I mainly dry hopped the Ella and it smells awesome. I bottled it the other night with the I got the Bubbles and Short Brew Club meeting coming up next weekend. Not this weekend that we're having now, next weekend. My Sunday the 6th, so your Saturday the 7th, guys, if you're behind me. So yeah, I'm planning on doing a live broadcast on YouTube, so look out for that, guys, and please drop in. Hopefully we've got some more people coming this time, some new to brew brewers, some soon to be brewers, and some people that want to step up. So yeah, it should be a good day from all accounts. Yeah, so just join in with that, and yeah, we're just going to keep going here, keeping an eye on this, drinking beer, keeping an eye on it. I'm going to, with my gas burner, I'm going to take records today to see, out of an 8.5 kilo gas bottle, how many, how long, like time frame, how many, you know, hours of gas usage do I get out of it. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Now, these are just things I've got to find out setting up this new system. I've got to calibrate it, I've got to know all these sorts of things. Right, the next step was going to be, once I hit 55 degrees, and the next step will be ramping it up to 65. I'm going to mash it 64 or 65 degrees this time, because I like the slightly bitter amylase style beers. We are coming into summer, so I might even go a bit longer. I've got iodine, so I might even go a bit lower, a bit longer. I think make it a 63, 64, 63, and make it another dry. See what happens. I don't know. That's yet to be decided yet. It's not programmed in. So, and guys, I'm not running off a recipe here. So I started with 33 litres of water, 6.5 kilos of MO, and 900 grams of Crystal 60. And the hop additions are going to be whatever fits in my hand when they need to go in. Alrighty, we're at conversion temperature, and it got as high as 65.8, and it's hit the cooling cycle, but there's nothing cooling it. So that's just recirculating through. What I've got to look at now is the average temperature of the mash, and I've got to dial in some more finer settings on this temperature control unit. But yeah, it's all what it is. It's all going well. It all looks good. Mash just went up to 66 degrees. Oh, I wanted it 64. It's 2 degrees, but that's fine. That's all good. Let's have a look what that looks like. It's clearing up nicely. Gotta be careful picking that up. Hang on. If I lift that lid, there we go. Look at that. That's come nice and clear now. I can run that through. There's been a bit of grain absorption. Been a little bit of a grain absorption in this system. Running it this way. Let me close this and I can talk to you about that. One-handed brew bandit. The Ginger Ninja. Alright, dump that in there. Alright, that's good. That's good. What I need to do is I'm going to drill a hole through the roof of the mash tun. It's actually quite thick. You can see that there. That's still the roof of the mash tun. So the mash tun is probably, you know, is a good that thick, and that's a specific measurement, guys. It's that thick. I don't know if it's hollow. I haven't pulled one of these apart. Doesn't look like it can come apart, but I will be drilling a hole in through the top of that, and I'll be hooking up one of these cam locks to a manifold in there. Whether I build it out of copper or I build it out of PVC, it doesn't really matter at this stage. But the manifold will just distribute the water evenly, the wort evenly, not water, evenly through the mash tun. So I won't just be spraying in and that sort of stuff. So that's going to happen soon. But no, we're looking at looking at you know, a few upgrades on it. I've got to build the rig first, and once the rig's gone, then I'll pull the hole saw out and start chopping into these bloody brand new Eskies. You can also see here the grain bed is filtering itself now quite well. That was milky. That was like a really bad colour. Like milk sort of is milky a colour, I hope so. Now it's clearing right up, and it'll clear right up. We've only just hit temperature, so I should actually start my timer. There we go, timer's started. We're mashing, baby. 65, back down to 65, so yeah, maybe I should set it just a little lower to get the temperature that I actually want. Let's look at it when hey Mikey, how are you, buddy? Let's look at that when you know, we're nearing completion. Alright guys, we've pumped some liquid into the boiler, which looks like it's coming up to the boil. We do have some liquid in the lines, and I am adding a little bit, which I didn't account for. So I've added a little bit into there, probably about 5 litres, or just probably a bit over, for some sparge water, which is currently at, as you can see, 59 degrees. I'm going for a 75 sparge, and then I'll just recirculate that through the mash until that's finished. That looks awesome. And with this mash, I'm going to excuse my hand. With this mash, I'm going to do what I normally do, and I'm going to weigh it up, or get the missus to weigh it up into some bags. Probably tonight, just take a few bags out to add to our dog food, because this stuff is invaluable for dogs. So yeah, this is awesome stuff. So we're just waiting for some water to heat up, electric over gas. I've got 15 degrees to go before I'm sparging with about 5-8 litres. And I'm just going to recirculate that through, rinse the grains through, and then this will already be boiling. So I'm going to go and get a little bit of Ella, probably, because I'm only doing a small batch tonight. Hopefully my output is 20 litres, because I just want to do a keg out of this tonight. So my output is going to be, you know, 20 litres. I just said that. That was directed at me. But yeah, no, everything's really cool. Everything's running really smooth this time. I've had a lot of fun sitting here with the missus talking. We've been, she's sitting over there doing some stuff, and we've been chatting backwards and forwards. I'm controlling volumes of water and stuff. So it's a really fun way to brew, guys. As I said, it'll just be a handful of Ella. Ella is a Australian hop, which is actually pretty nice as a dry hop. I've got a couple of bottles there put away from the Friday the 13th brew that are very promising. Absolutely. I mean, when I closed my eyes and I smelt the fermenter, I imagined a tin of Golden Circle tinned fruit with mango added. It was awesome. So I've got all that bottled, and that's going to be like handed around on the brew day for the people to come over. We just tried a chili beer, my Scoville Ale, and wow, absolutely wow. Oh, the malt flavours, the malt characteristics coming through, the chili's there. It's just awesome stuff, guys. So yeah, we're at the... Okay, we've just finished the recirculating of the wort, the sparging. As you can see, we're still got a bit of a trickle going there, and that will go into the boil. I'm not going to waste that at all. None of that will be wasted. The boil is a little bit higher, but my gravity is 1055, and that's what's in there at the moment. Now with 6.5 kilos of grain, I'm expecting at the end of this 1,075, or roughly a 6.5% beer at 1,010. But the mash temp was a bit lower, so you know that'll probably come down to 1,005 at its finished final gravity. So no, it's coming along good. I'm happy with that. Still going to do an hour burn off on this, plus add all that back into it, and that's still pretty high gravity. So for second runnings. Onto the rum and cokes. Trying to save as many beers as I can for next weekend for the Bubbles and Chalk Brew Day club meeting thing. So I'm trying to have as many beers on, and I'm going to while this is cooling tonight, I'm going to start a yeast starter for it, and I'm going to add the yeast starter at high Croydon. I'm not going to let it die down or anything. I'm going to add it when it's 100% ready to go. So that's a 50 litre kegel, and you can see I've probably got about 30 litres in there. So yeah, it's going to boil off for quite a bit. It's going to be a high grade beer. It's still got, I don't know, probably 5 litres in there to go. So yeah, she's going to be pretty high grav. Probably expecting in the 1,070s or something. As I said, there's no calculations for this. I'm just doing this to get this on for the brew club meeting. So there's a few beers. I've got the low grav beers, and I'm going to have the high grav beers, and I've got a mid-range one coming. So you know, it's all going to be good. I'll let you guys know what the final gravity was. I'm not adding any hops to the boil. I've decided all hops will go into the cubes. As per dog friendly brewing. There's my little dog friendly. As per dog friendly brewing, all hops will go in the cubes and nothing will be tipped out on the lawn. Okay guys, we're at the end of the boil, running towards the end of it. I've added my EOP edition, which is end of packet, so I don't know how many grams are in there, but it was significant to do the boil. It's going to be a big bitterness. This Ella is 15.4%, so it was just the end of the packet, end of packet edition. Added in sometime in the boil. I don't really give a shit when it went in or how long I got left. Yeah, because it's going to sit in a cube for a little while anyhow. So yeah, we're just about ready. We just about got enough off now. Hopefully you can see that. I added the bittering addition because it looks like I'm going to go a cube and a bit. So more than 20 litres. So yeah, whoa. So yeah, more than 20 litres. So yeah, I've got to get a couple of cubes ready. Let's see what we can wrangle up. Viking Brewing. Yeah, we've got a couple of cubes there. We'll be right. It'll be awesome. Oh, check them out. I love the hollow bodies, man. Absolutely. Just cranking some apples. They do a thing which has made Brew Day awesome and music loud, so we're going to keep on with that. I'm going to pour myself another rum, guys, and perhaps I should press record before speaking for like, I don't know, 35 minutes. Fucking record. Shit. Okay, what we've ended up with is a fermentor with just a little bit of wort. Because I added a bittering addition to the boil, I want it all in the same container. Okay, that's probably a little bit high gravity, so I may add some water, I may not. Sort of turns out like when it's cooled in a day or so. I'll start my yeast starter tomorrow for that. I'll go with USO 5, I think, because I want to smash it out. Everything's clean. Everything's deadly, everything's clean. So yeah, I'm going inside to drink more rum and fucking blow my mind with BFF, guys. Come on. You guys, remember, beer makes you smoke. There you guys, it's the next day. It's Beer Fun Saturday. I'm looking for my thermometer. It's around here somewhere, I know it, I've used it just recently. Volume wise, I think I may have boiled too long. You know how you get when you overboil a little bit. Being breakfast time, I should have my breakfast. Oh, I can't find my digital thermometer. Bit of a bummer. Okay, well, what I'm going to do today with it, here it is there, that's what we're looking at, is I'm going to actually measure it out and see what sort of volume I did get. Because I put the stats into Beersmith and just to see what I'd get. I don't think I added in there that I put in a sparge, so I just got to go back and check what's going on. Got a bit of washing out to do in there. I didn't do a very good job last night, but yeah, it is what it is when you've had a few beers. But yeah, definitely have to you know, get that in the fermenter and get it fermenting if it's going to be ready by next weekend, so I can have it in a keg. Alright guys, thanks for watching my Beer Fun Friday. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks to you know, everyone that comments on these videos. Thanks to you know, all your positive feedback, guys. It's awesome. And you know, remember, support the brewer, and beer does make you smarter. Cheers, guys.